Welcome back, my friends. Welcome back to Chile, Toronto. But that's okay. That's not what we're going to talk about. We are going to talk about is identity, anchoring. What is it? And why should you be doing this? On this channel, we talk about everything and anything that makes us not awesome, but the best, awesomest human beings ever. Identity anchoring. Wow. Identity is everything. Why is it everything? You attract who you are. Why do you attract who you are? Because when you have that identity, thoughts, feelings, actions create your vibration is what you attract. That you are building an identity. And in this identity that you're creating in your mind, through actions, thoughts, feelings, actions, you will attract those things in your life. So why should you have identity anchoring? I just explained that to you, but how do you get identity anchoring? Through consistent behaviors. When you're acting in a certain way every day, you are creating those grooves in your mind. So it's like a record player. You have those little grooves. The first time you do something, you're creating a groove. Second time you do it, it creates a deeper groove. Third time you do it, it creates even a more deeper groove. So what are those grooves representing? Every time you take an action which is going out of your comfort zone, it becomes easier and easier and easier. And why should it matter to you? When you go out of your comfort zone, you're creating those kinds of identity behaviors. That is how you make an identity behavior. Your words, your speech, your image are what? What are they? They are creating certain type of pictures and images in your mind. So when you want to change that image in your mind, you must change your words in the way you talk and the way you feel about yourself. Those speech and words are creating an image here. So you want to change the image, change your words and speech. This is how it works. Who do you surround yourself with? It is impacting your life. It's creating a certain type of identity. You must have a winner's identity. How? A winner's identity is created by surrounding yourself with those kinds of people, environment, influences. That's number one. What do you read? What are your surrounding influences? The kind of people that you're with, the words that you speak. It's creating certain type of an identity in your life. It is impacting you. You must anchor those kinds of identity. Now what? What does anchoring mean? You must take that kind of actions. Don't just read and be around those people. Now you want to act that way. Now you're solidifying those identities. And 60 days, 90 days, you'll see your life start changing. You'll start acting in a different way. You will feel a different way. You will not want to be around people who are not that type of identity that you are building. You must emotionalize that identity. You must feel it. You must think it. You must visualize it. And you must want it. This is how it works. This is how it works. Just try it. You're building a certain type of you're creating your destiny, in other words. Yeah, you're creating your destiny by one action at a time. You know why most people will not create their own way of living, their abundant way of living? Because whatever you want in your life, your wants, those goals, that definiteness of purpose that you have in your life, most people don't want to act in a certain way. What do I mean by a certain way? Those wants and definiteness of purpose that you want is always going to be against the way normal people live, including you. So if you want to change that way, the first decision that you make and the movements that you make in the beginning are difficult. That's why they give up. But you're not going to be one of those. Why? Why will you not be one of those? Because you're different. You're building this different identity. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're doing identity anchoring. When you take those first steps, which are against the normal people, and when you're becoming that kind of a person, your life will transform into great heights. That 60 days down the road, you'll see, whoa, who was that person? Look at me now. Then you let go of that person. Now you've become a different person in your life. This is how identity anchoring works. You take those old ways of living, you let go, you take this new way of living, and you practice this way of thinking and acting and feeling. Take it one at a time and see what happens in your life. This is how it works, my friends. Build a new identity, because your identity is everything in your life. You'll feel good. You'll look good. You'll attract happiness in your life because you are happy. You feel good. You look good inside. This is how it works. And guess what? When you that inside, in here, it happens on the outside. And that, my friends, is a mirror principle as well. What you see yourself in here is what you will get in your life. This is how it works, my friends. Identity anchoring transformed my life. And I want it to transform your life. So live consciously, with purpose, in this moment, and with freaking passion. So much passion, there's only one love. Why? Because you are love. And this is what identity anchoring is all about, my friends.